Hi everybody, happy Easter. Emily Beltram here, the family pastor from First Baptist. I am so pumped about what's about to happen. Before we get started, there is one thing that you need to know about Easter Jam, and that is it's for everybody. Everybody in your family will want to be a part of this. If you're a teenager, it's for you. College students, you too. And if you're a younger kid, well, we are about to have some serious fun, and we need you to take the lead. Adults, buckle up. You are about to have Easter, like so many other things, in a way that you've never had it before. No matter who you are, we want you to know, Easter Jam is for you. So the only way to not have fun is to not participate. Take a look around and make sure you're not missing anybody. If you are, then you definitely want to pause this now and go find them. Okay, Easter Jam is about to start in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
All right, hear me out. There are two kinds of people in this world. There are the people who love Peeps, and then there are the people who are like, I mean, some of you just don't get it, and I can understand that. I mean, it's cute, but it's also kind of grainy and sticky, which is one of my least favorite things in the world. So let's see how your family feels. If you are someone who loves to eat Peeps, give us a thumbs up. If you're someone who just doesn't, give us a thumbs down. Maybe you can boo too. All right. Well, there are a lot of different opinions out there, but no matter how you feel about eating Peeps, you'll have a chance to love this game. The deal is your family is going to face off in the greatest Peeps jousting competition of all time. I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'll tell you when to start. So the first thing you need to do is divide the room into 2 teams. Next, you're going to take 2 Peeps, and you are going to assign them to a team. If you don't have any Peeps, no worries, because big marshmallows will also work. Team A gets a Peep A. Team B, you get Peep B. You can even come up with some cool names for them, like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles. You get the idea. You can also use a marker or a Sharpie to decorate your Peeps to give them some personality and prepare them for battle. Maybe draw a mustache on them, or give them some mean eyebrows, or a fancy outfit. I don't know. Let your creative juices flow. You want your Peep to look good for this. Next, you're going to prepare your Peeps for battle by sticking a toothpick in each Peep to prepare them. You want to think of that toothpick as like their joust, or maybe their lightsaber or their sword. I don't know. It depends on how serious your family is about the competition, what you want to call it, or how big a Star Wars fan you are. But make sure that the toothpick is facing forward toward the other Peep. Place the 2 combatants on a microwave plate. No social distancing necessary here. You want the Peeps to be close together and facing one another. Finally, it's time for the big event. Gather around and put the plate in the microwave. Set the timer to 45 seconds, but let me warn you now, you do not want to run it for the full 45 seconds. You just want to put 45 on there and press start. Watch at a safe distance until the Peeps drop their toothpick sabers and one touches the other. The toothpick that touches the other Peep first wins! Hooray! Yay! Yay! As soon as that happens, you're going to want to stop the microwave. And trust me on this one, families. You do not want to roast your marshmallows in the microwave. All right, so it's time to settle this thing. Don't forget to snap a picture of that photo finish. It's go time. Press pause now, and I'll wait. So how did it go? Who won? I want pictures. Post them with the hashtag Jam FBC or just email them to me, Emily@FBCdsm.org. Now I have to admit, that was actually kind of more fun than I thought, even if I'm not into sticky melted marshmallows. So, are you ready for another game? All right, put down that plate of Peeps and find yourselves a laundry basket and socks. Lots of socks. They can be clean or dirty. It doesn't matter, but I prefer clean as long as they match. If you need to, go grab those things now. Press pause and then I'll explain the rest. Okay, so do you have your basket of socks? Great. Now, choose 2 people to play. You'll also need 2 more people to be scorekeepers to keep everybody honest. To get started, dump all the socks on one side of the room. And don't worry, those socks will make their way back to the basket fairly soon. Then, place the basket on the other side. When I say go, players will grab a sock, go through the pile to find the matching one, roll the socks together in the shape of a ball, or maybe like an Easter egg, and toss them across the room into the laundry Easter basket. The player with the most sock eggs in the Easter basket at the end of the timer wins. And if you don't have scorekeepers to help you count, you'll just have to keep up with that number on your own. That means that everybody's on the honor system, right? Parents, I'm looking at you. All right, so if needed, press pause now to get everything ready and get everybody in position for the game. Are you ready? Okay, everybody ready? Great. So we're going to put a 1-minute timer on the clock. The Easter egg throwdown is happening in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, families, come back over here. Who won? Oh, that was wild. Whoever won gets socks. Just kidding. Adults, make sure whoever won the challenge gets a special treat today. Maybe one of those lumps that you microwaved earlier. Yeah, okay, maybe not. I hope you're having a good time so far. We're celebrating because today is Easter. Well, it's this weekend anyway. If you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Today, we'll talk about what makes today, maybe more than any other day, a happy day. But before we get there, I know you have a lot of family and friends who would love to hear from you. So to make that happen, you have a few options. You could pause this video, pick one of the challenges on the screen to wish your peeps a happy Easter. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, I gotta go, they're back. Yeah, okay, bye. All right, so that was super fun. I hope you're feeling loved and connected with people who matter to you. And I just want to say Happy Easter to you. Thanks to everybody for sharing your Easter joy. I know you're celebrating a little differently than you have before, and that's okay. Easter's still happy, and not just because of peep wars or Easter egg baskets or chocolate bunnies. although those things are pretty awesome, I have to say. It's still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at the first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple. So simple that it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts, and minds, and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of His own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked Him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then He died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely He was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took His body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now He was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down His life. Through God's power, He defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, He's promised to return, so we can live with Him forever.
Wow. I hear that story every Easter, and it always continues to amaze me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that He's greater than anything that can go wrong in the world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that happens. I like to think about it this way. I can whatever because Jesus is alive. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can have hope because Jesus is alive. So here's an idea. Take a few minutes and add to this list the things that you can do because Jesus is alive. Answer this question as a family. How would you fill in that blank? I can what? Because Jesus is alive. Pause this video and take a minute to discuss it. When you're finished, meet me back here. Awesome. I just love conversations like these because remembering what God has done in the past helps me to trust Him in whatever's going on in my life right now. And I hope that that's true for you too. And I hope that you spend the rest of the day making happy memories with your family. To get you started, I have one last challenge. For this one, you'll need to decide who is the technology genius at your house. Maybe it's a step-parent or an aunt. Maybe it's an 8th grader. Either way, decide who that person is now. Do you got it? Awesome. As soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo. You can be dressed up or you can be in your pajamas. It can be totally normal with smiling faces or silly faces or one of those silly filters that turns your face into an Easter bunny. No matter how you do it, take a family photo and make it awesome. You know what I mean? Then share your picture to social media or email it to me. Remember, you can use the hashtag Jam FBC, or you can just go ahead and send it right to me, Emily@FBCdsm.org. Whether you post it or email it, we want to see your Easter style. And then we'll be able to share with each other how we've done this together. Because maybe now more than ever, this is a time when we need to celebrate and remember God's faithfulness and the hope that He gives us in Jesus. All of that is what makes Easter so happy. Thanks for joining us, and I'm so glad that you did this Easter party together with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing your pictures, and I'll hope to see you again soon.
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, free at last, meeting face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate,